You know, sometimes the most ordinary places, uh, they hold the darkest, most intricate secrets. Imagine, if you will, a seemingly quiet town, a trusted school, and then, well, the chilling whisper of a conspiracy that threatens to unravel the very fabric of its safety.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we're not just observing, we're plunging headfirst into weeks 26 and 27 of Rose and Lupinia's unfolding story. This period, it truly tests the mettle of Wildwood's most unlikely heroes.
It really does.
This isn't merely a tale of adventure, it's a masterclass in quick thinking, the power of unexpected alliances, and the crucial insights gained from keen observation. We're going beyond the surface of a simple kidnapping to reveal the strategic brilliance of its unraveling.
And our mission, as always, is to dissect the intricate layers of these events. We'll uncover precisely how this extraordinary team rose: the quick-witted bibliomancer, Lung, the agile shapeshifter, Daisy, the observant ghost, and Paula Becker, the consummate professional spy.
Don't forget Dogberry.
Ah, yes. Crucially, along with the vital, unexpected insight of Guardsman Dogberry, piece together a conspiracy that threatened the very foundation of their community.
Right.
We're going to meticulously trace the clues, feel the palpable tension of a daring nighttime infiltration, and ultimately expose the true, chilling motives behind a pound-shaking crime. It's a classic mystery with a magical twist, showing us exactly how often the most crucial details lie just beneath the surface, waiting for the right person, or sometimes, the right spectral entity to notice them.
Get ready for moments of genuine frustration that reveal the stubborn absurdity of bureaucracy, laugh-out-loud banter that sparks in the most unexpected situations, surprising acts of bravery from the quietest corners, and a conspiracy that runs far deeper than anyone initially suspected.
Much deeper.
You'll witness how small, seemingly insignificant details, when connected by sharp minds, can reveal an entire hidden world and expose a grand, terrifying plot. It's a testament to the fact that sometimes the simplest observations hold the key to the biggest mysteries. So we pick up our story in week 26, right? This is just after Rose has received that really serious, deeply unsettling tip from Daisy the ghost about a potential kidnapping.
The overheard plot. 4 men, a child. Terrifying stuff.
Exactly. Daisy, with her unique spectral senses, shared the details with Rose. Now, initially, Grandmaster Brightspark, or Sparky as he's, let's say, affectionately known.
Sometimes exasperatingly known, perhaps.
Yes. He had explicitly told Rose not to get involved. His rationale, often cloaked in his typical dramatic flair, was that Rose needed to focus on her writing, which, let's be honest, is classic Sparky trying to keep his apprentice on the academic path, away from danger.
Right, a very grandmasterly thing to do, in a way, keep things contained. But then, as we see, something shifts dramatically.
This is where we get a fascinating glimpse into the internal politics and, well, the social dynamics of Wildwood, even at the highest magical levels. Sparky's initial dismissal, it came with that rather flippant remark, didn't it? Well, don't you get involved, Rose. I want to see some pages by the end of the week.
Yeah, very dismissive. It really seemed like his priority was her academic output, maybe even his own peace and quiet over what he might have seen as just Rose getting involved in town business.
But then the moment he meets Paula Becker, everything changes. Paula, this charismatic professional spy who's already offered her considerable expertise to Rose, Sparky's whole demeanor, his stance, it just undergoes this immediate, almost theatrical transformation.
It's quite something to witness. He goes from actively discouraging Rose to practically championing her involvement.
Almost instantaneous, isn't it? The shift is remarkable. He launches into this famously theatrical Casablanca movie, quote, Paula Becker, of all the bookstores and all the towns and all the worlds, she walks into mine, which immediately sets a very different, a very performative tone for him.
You can almost hear the dramatic music swelling, can't you?
Totally. And then, without missing a beat, he pivots, proclaiming, well, of course, Rose must investigate. We'll do anything to keep our community safe, I always say.
Which is such a stark contrast, almost comical, to his previous instruction for Rose to stay out of it.
Exactly. It's a powerful moment, showing that even the most powerful figures, like a grandmaster, aren't immune to, well, external social influence. Or maybe just a touch of vanity.
Indeed. And this scene highlights an intriguing, multi-layered dynamic. It's more complex than just a simple change of heart, I think. On one hand, Sparky is the Grandmaster. He's responsible for community safety. So his sudden commitment to doing anything to keep our community safe, while it isn't entirely false, it fits his official role.
Sure.
However, the timing, coinciding perfectly with Paula Becker's arrival, it strongly suggests more nuanced motivation, doesn't it? Was it a genuine reassessment of the threat? maybe boosted by Paula's competence? Or was it, at least partly, a desire to impress her, to look good, to seem more involved, more heroic?
It feels like a bit of both, probably.
Likely a combination, yes. It reveals that even a powerful wizard isn't immune to very human, or maybe very wizardly, vanity. It really poses a crucial question about leadership in Wildwood. How much of its official protection is truly strategic, and how much is influenced by the personal whims and perceptions of its leaders?
It really makes you wonder about the drivers behind people's choices, doesn't it? How often are important decisions, even from authority figures, swayed not just by logic, but by, the subtle influence of new personalities or just wanting to project a certain image? It shows that even the most stubborn characters can be swayed. And sometimes those shifts, even if they start from something a bit self-serving, can end up being good for the community. It's a fascinating look at power and human nature, even in a magical world.
Absolutely. A very real dynamic.
So, with Sparky's rather sudden, but now very enthusiastic blessing, Rose's investigation officially kicks off. Burgomaster Valen, who is clearly desperate for help, and maybe feeling the pressure after his earlier attempts failed, assigns Guardsman Dogberry to accompany Rose.
Right, the official touch.
Exactly. This move, while seemingly mundane, makes the whole thing official, gives it that veneer of municipal authority. So Rose and Dogberry head straight to the Pinewood Academy, the suspected target of the kidnapping.
And this is where the story just brilliantly exposes the frustrating, almost absurd reality of bureaucracy, especially when it slams up against an urgent, life-threatening situation.
Well, it's painful to read.
It is. Despite Dogberry being an official representative of the burgomaster, a symbol of the town's authority, the school guards are absolutely unyielding. They hit the same brick wall Rose hit earlier.
They're the same questions. Is Dogberry father to a student? No. Does Dogberry have an appointment? No. It's maddening. Rose tries to leverage Dogberry's official status, demands to see the headmaster.
And gets that classic bureaucratic stonewall, next Tuesday, 8 a.m. sharp.
Next Tuesday, can you believe that? A potential child kidnapping, an official town guard, real urgency, and the school's response is next Tuesday, 8 a.m. The guards treat their post like they're guarding, Fort Knox, not a community school.
And Dogberry, bless him, he's earnest, trying his best, but he's not exactly equipped for this kind of institutional stonewalling. His proud declaration that gates are my specialty, ma'am.
Yeah, charming in its own way, but totally useless here. It adds this layer of dry, almost tragic humor to a really terrifying situation.
And it's not just frustrating, is it? It's a stark contrast to how other parts of Wildwood operate, like Sparky's Tower with its fluid magic. It highlights this strange mix in Wildwood ancient magic right alongside incredibly stubborn, almost archaic human system.
That's a crucial point. For us, knowing Wildwood, this extreme, unyielding bureaucracy, especially about child safety, feels off. It's highly unusual.
It absolutely screams something to hide. It moves beyond just inefficiency into what feels like deliberate obstruction. Why would a school, particularly in a relatively small town, be so impenetrable, even to official inquiries about a child's safety?
Right. It doesn't make sense.
This rigid adherence to rules, even facing a crisis, suggests deliberate obfuscation. It hints at something far more sinister than just bad admin. It forces us, the audience, to immediately suspect the institution itself, which is clever foreshadowing, grounding the fantasy in that very real-world feeling of dealing with frustrating, unhelpful, potentially compromised systems.
Definitely raises alarm bells about Pinewood Academy right from the start. Is this level of secrecy normal, or is it a huge red flag?
A huge red flag, I'd say. It feels deliberate.
So, after the completely frustrating and ultimately fruitless encounter at Pinewood Academy, Rose and Dogberry head back to the tower, no closer to finding the kidnappers. Rose, still relying on Daisy's initial clue, decides to take the ghost on a tour of all the stables in Wildwood.
Makes sense, right. Daisy reported the conspirators smelled strongly of horse manure. So the logical assumption for Rose is they work directly with horses, stable hands, trainers, something like that.
Exactly. It's a perfectly logical deduction for someone like Rose who thinks systematically.
But this is where we see the limitations of relying solely on logic, even for a brilliant bibliomancer. They visit every stable in town. They even have a plausible cover story searching for a stolen horse, which lets Daisy silently, spectrally check all the workmen.
Smart cover.
Very. Yet it proves to be a blind alley. They come up with 0 suspects from the stables. Rose hits a dead end. Her book smarts led her down a path that, while logical, was just too specific, too narrow.
A subtle but powerful reminder that even the smartest minds can sometimes miss the obvious if they're too focused.
Hmm.
And then, in a moment that can only be described as accidental brilliance, Guardsman Dogberry drops this seemingly innocent but utterly revolutionary bomb.
The hero we didn't expect.
Totally. After Rose explains why they're checking stables, because the suspect smelled like horse manure, Dogberry just simply, almost offhandedly, states, "Farmers smell of horse manure, ma'am."
Boom, just like that.
Just like that. It's such a simple, common-sense observation born of practical, everyday experience, but it completely transforms the entire investigation.
Dogberry's observation is just a masterful stroke of storytelling, isn't it? It highlights how book smarts, even magical ones, can create blind spots. Rose, with her academic approach, focused on the specific source she associated with the smell.
Right, the stables.
Dogberry, with his ground-level practical understanding of rural life, immediately broadens that perspective. Farmers, it's more general, yet far more accurate in this context.
It's a powerful reminder that practical, lived experience holds immense wisdom, often undervalued wisdom. It challenges us to think about where real intelligence comes from and how easily we overlook crucial info if we're only looking through one lens.
And Rose's reaction is perfect. Dogberry, you are a genius. It highlights the profound impact of this unassuming insight. It underscores the value of diverse perspectives.
It truly makes you reflect on our own assumptions, doesn't it? How often do we overthink things, looking for complex solutions, when the answer is actually simple right in front of us? Maybe waiting for someone with a different viewpoint to point it out.
Absolutely. It challenges us to broaden our own perspectives, listen to different voices. Intelligence comes in many forms.
Sometimes the most profound insights come from the most unexpected places. Brilliant.
So armed with Dogberry's crucial insight, the investigation pivots.
Yeah, the deep dive team really starts to assemble and click into gear now. Rose immediately realizes they need to switch from stables to local farms, a much bigger search area. She uses a quick locate spell, like a magical phone call, to find Lou, who's working her shift at the Jack in the Green.
And this is where the collaborative strength of this unique team truly shines. Rose explains the new lead to Lou, who, being Lou, agrees to help instantly. No hesitation.
Best girlfriend ever.
Definitely. The initial plan is Lou and Daisy searching farms. But then Rose has another quick thought. Bring in Paula Becker.
A brilliant strategic move.
Absolutely. Paula, the pro spy, provides the perfect cover. The idea of two women going for a run on rural roads, it's completely innocuous. An effective disguise for critical surveillance. It elevates their professionalism immediately.
It's all about playing to everyone's specific strengths, isn't it? Lou's shapeshifting gives her speed, endurance, stealth for reconnaissance. She and Paula, the spy, with keen observation skills who can blend in anywhere. They can cover ground like they're just out for a jog.
Turning high-stakes surveillance into something utterly mundane. Genius.
And then you add Daisy's unique ghost abilities, recognizing scents. Individuals, totally undetected. They're not just individuals, they're a cohesive unit, each bringing something irreplaceable.
Precisely. And think about how complementary they are. Lou's physical prowess, Paula's tactical mind and undercover skills, Daisy's spectral senses that bypass physical limits. Daisy becomes this silent, undetectable identifier linked through her bone. This lets them do a thorough search without raising any suspicion, something the town guard could never manage. And the strategy pays off fast. At the second farm they visit, Daisy identifies 3 of the 4 conspirators working in a field.
Wow, that quickly.
That quickly. A precise, crucial lead. Specific individuals, not just a vague location. It's quiet, efficient. Daisy communicates through her palm breast code. You can imagine the excitement for the team finally getting a solid, actionable lead after those dead ends.
Oh yeah, the relief must have been huge.
It underscores the power of a diverse team with specialized skills, leveraging each unique talent.
You can almost feel that excitement building, moving from suspicion to actual targets. It's like watching this well-oiled machine, magical and mundane parts working together, finally come to life. And the stakes are sky high for this rescue.
Absolutely. Everything is riding on this.
So as the team preps for the night's raid, Sparky, despite all his usual teasing and snark, provides Rose with a crucial magical assist, a specialized wand.
And this moment, after all the banter, it subtly but significantly shows his underlying care for Rose and his role as Grandmaster. He might joke about needing to keep my apprentice safe if I'm ever going to get any work out of her, but his actions speak louder.
Definitely.
He clearly gets the danger Rose is facing. He provides a tool that could literally be a lifesaver. It shows his magical foresight and a protective streak beneath that acerbic wit, a complex mix of detachment and real concern.
And the wand itself is brilliantly designed for covert ops. Shows a real understanding of practical needs alongside magic. Sparky explains it right. Just say solas and it glows a little, giving you enough light to see but not be terribly noticeable.
Perfect for discreet illumination, navigating a dark barn without drawing attention.
And then the defensive bit. Point and say Lux and you can temporarily blind them. That's a powerful, non-lethal deterrent, ideal for creating an escape window or disorienting someone without permanent harm, prioritizing rescue over confrontation.
Exactly. It's not just a convenient plot device, it's a tangible magical element, crucial for the infiltration. A practical application of Wildwood's magic to a real-world problem. It shows Sparky's foresight, his understanding of tactical scenarios.
It really blends the mundane planning of a raid with the fantastical enablement of magic, elevates the stakes, highlights the unique nature of this world.
Makes you wonder what other hidden tools Sparky has stashed away, right? And how much protection he's willing to offer, even if delivered with sarcasm.
This is truly where the magic blends seamlessly with the grounded detective story. Adds that essential fantastical layer to a harrowing situation. It makes you think about how different skills, magical, mundane, come together for a critical goal. It's not just flashy spells. It's smart, tactical application and preparing for the unexpected.
Precisely. Smart magic.
Okay, the stage is set. Tools acquired, plan in motion. The deep dive team Rose, Lou, Paula, and Daisy, connected via the bone in Rose's pocket, sets out under the veil of night. Around midnight, this is it. The infiltration of the farm.
And this sequence immediately plunges us into this tense, covert ops atmosphere, almost like a spy thriller, but with that magical edge. The timing is strategic. Farmers are typically early-to-bed people, minimizing risk.
Good point.
And fortune favors them a cloudy night, natural light cover, reduces the need for Sparky's wand, helps their stealth as they approach. They leave the road, approach the barn through the field's calculated move to avoid detection.
The scene painting is so vivid here. That striking contrast between the fairly new barn they're targeting and the pretty old, not decrepit mansion nearby. It hints at this duality, maybe a facade over something darker.
Definitely suggests something hidden. The barn door, as expected, is locked. But Paula, true to form, showcasing her incredible expertise. She picks it with such ease. The description says, it might just as well have been left open.
Wow. Effortlessly highlights her skill. Injects that quiet efficiency into the operation.
Inside the barn, it's pitch black, as expected, thick with the smell of hay and animals. Rose uses the wand, whispers solas, and the dim light cuts through, casting long shadows. But the animals immediately add unpredictable tension. 3 docile workhorses, okay. But also, a very expensive-looking stallion who's very high-strung starts kicking up a fuss, whinnying, stomping the second it sees the wand's light.
Oh man, heart-stopping moment.
It is a stark reminder of the unpredictable elements. A momentary panic. It instantly creates palpable tension. You feel like you're right there, moving stealthily, every sound amplified, holding your breath.
That barn scene is so visceral, you can almost feel the tension, the darkness. And the stallion.
Right.
Yeah, that reminds you how quickly things can unravel, even with good planning. One wrong move.
Exactly. High stakes.
So after that brief, nerve-wracking scare with the stallion, the team moves on, searching the barn carefully. They check the loft meticulously, but find only hay. They start thinking maybe the barn is a dead end.
Disappointed but not defeated, they start moving back towards the entrance, maybe thinking about trying the mansion or looking for another way in.
And this is that classic narrative moment, isn't it? The initial search yields nothing, but then a crucial, almost accidental discovery through sheer perseverance.
Right. It's Lou, with her super keen observation skills honed from shapeshifting maybe, who notices this subtle detail. A ring pole mounted on the floor.
Could easily be missed. Maybe just for tethering an animal.
But something feels off. The team's instincts, Lou's sharp eye, it suggests something deliberate, something hidden.
They get closer, and yeah, the faint outline of a trapdoor becomes visible under the ring pole. Lou tries it, but it's locked. Stuck fast.
And this is where Paula shines again. Her specialized skill set is invaluable. She immediately examines the edges, fingers tracing for imperfections, and quickly finds 2 small locks, cleverly hidden.
Almost invisible.
In moments, you hear those quiet clicks as she picks them. Then she signals Lou to try again.
And with the locks disengaged, the trapdoor swings open, effortlessly, revealing stone steps leading down into pitch blackness.
Total darkness. This is the quintessential aha moment, peeling back the mundane facade to reveal the sinister truth beneath.
Chilling.
The team's collective skills are crucial here. Lou's observation, Paula's lockpicking, Rose's leadership. The descent into absolute darkness builds profound suspense. It instantly transforms a farm investigation into something way more ominous.
It makes you realize this ordinary farm is anything but. It's a cover for something truly dark.
A true aha moment, a visceral punch. The discovery that a seemingly ordinary place holds such a dark, subterranean secret. It's incredibly impactful. Makes you question what other hidden depths exist, how often the mundane conceals the terrifying.
Turns your expectations upside down.
Completely.
Descending into that pitch-black dungeon, the tension is almost unbearable. Damp, earthy smell of confinement. Rose thrusts the wand forward, the soulless light cutting the gloom, revealing a chilling sight. 2 stark rows of cold stone cells.
Lining a narrow corridor, most are open, empty, eerily vacant, but one at the far end is locked.
And inside.
This is the emotional core. In the very back corner of that locked cell, huddled against the cold stone, they find a young girl, clearly terrified. Her plight immediately underscores the urgency, ignites this powerful compassion in the team.
Their first instinct is frantic searching for keys, right?
Yeah, a very human reaction. But none are found nearby. So Paula steps up again. Her efficiency is astonishing. Rose notes she thought the lock looked tough, but Paula has it open as soon as I had the thought.
Incredible speed. Just highlights her training under pressure. She's indispensable.
Absolutely. But the girl's nightmare isn't over. Her leg is chained to the dungeon floor. A cruel detail emphasizing her helplessness.
Horrible.
Again, Paula demonstrates her skills, picking the chain's lock with the same swift, breathtaking efficiency. The whole act of freeing the child is quick, decisive, precise. Shows their commitment, their focus on the human stakes. They're trying to reassure her, balancing the mission with empathy.
It's a powerful reminder of the true human cost of this conspiracy. The helpless child, chained, terrified. It brings home the barbarity. Paula's efficiency under pressure is amazing. Competence, efficiency, and deep compassion all at once.
You feel the immense relief, the overwhelming urgency. A life is literally being saved. Makes the adventure deeply personal. Heroes aren't just grand gestures, they're swift, decisive action when it counts.
Just as the team with the rescued girl, Elena, begins to climb out of that hidden dungeon, the quiet is shattered. Voices, cover blown. The stealthy raid explodes into action.
This scene is pulse-pounding. Immediate teamwork, raw bravery, tactical thinking under extreme duress. 3 burly farmers, the conspirators armed with clubs and a torch, confront them as they emerge.
The threat is clear, overwhelming.
And the team reacts instantly. Lou and Paula, without pausing, charge the men with wicked-looking pitchforks in hand, must have grabbed them quickly. Their coordinated, aggressive assault drives the farmers back out of the barn.
Preventing being trapped inside. Smart move.
Very smart. Lou's quick, tactical thinking keep charging to avoid entrapment. Paula, the seasoned spy, immediately gets it, supports the strategy. Their movements are fluid, practice.
But the farmers regroup, right? They're momentarily repelled, surprised by the ferocity, but they regroup, form this menacing half-circle.
Yeah.
Pins the team with Elena against the barn wall. Looks desperate.
It looks dire. And then rocks start flying. Suddenly, large stones started flying through the air directly at the men. One hits a farmer square in the chest with a hollow thudding sound. Oof. Another hits the torch carrier on the temple, takes him down.
Cinematic reversal of fortune.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's Daisy. Her unexpected, incredibly impactful intervention. Listeners will be on the edge of their seats. As a ghost, she's unseen, but her actions are powerful, a total game changer. Her precise, almost supernaturally accurate stone throwing critically injures 2 farmers, disorients them, forces their priorities to shift from fighting to self-preservation.
Amazing.
And just then, as if fate intervenes, a fire that was now spreading like a flash engulfs the barn. Maybe the drop torch, maybe chaos in the fight. The blaze forces the remaining farmers to focus on saving their barn, the horses, not pursuing the escapees.
The fire provides the escape window.
Exactly. This chaotic but incredibly effective element gives them the crucial chance to get away.
This is the high-octane climax. A thrilling sequence showing the combined might of magic, skill, sheer bravery. Daisy's intervention is so surprising, so satisfying. A moment of true heroic action from the unseen hero.
Reminds us that the most powerful forces are sometimes invisible.
You feel the adrenaline as they grab Elena, fly across the field under cover of the fire, escaping just as the barn is consumed. It's a testament to quick thinking, unexpected alliances, how a shapeshifter, a spy, and a ghost can become an unstoppable force when lives are on the line. What a climax.
Absolutely breathtaking.
Okay, after that truly thrilling, breathless escape, the team, exhausted but triumphant, makes a quick, crucial report to Verges at the gate, assuring him they're headed for the Grand Master's tower.
A place they know, and he understands, is utterly secure. 4 men or 400 couldn't breach it. A true safe haven.
Once they reach the tower, its unique magical properties swing into action, offering sanctuary, comfort, much-needed respite.
The tower itself feels like a character here, doesn't it? A magical haven contrasting so sharply with the terrifying dungeon and the burning barn. Elena, still deeply shaken, is cared for with an ease only Wildwood's integrated magic provides.
Yeah, Rose just says, large bowl of stew, and bam, there it is, steaming hot, magically summoned.
Later, the self-filling tub with steaming water, magically cleaned clothes. These aren't just conveniences. They highlight Rose's unique environment, the comforting, practical, everyday magic woven into her world. A beautiful, almost utopian contrast to the horror they just faced.
Shows the benevolent side of magic, not just for battles, but for comfort, healing, care. And then finally feeling safe, Elena speaks, reveals her identity, Elena Velen, the burgomaster's daughter.
Which confirms the direct link to the town's highest authority, solidifies the gravity, the political implications of the crime.
And in a moment that must have been so gratifying for the team, Elena, in her simple, direct way, confirms Daisy's pivotal role. Says with certainty, Father, it was the ghost and Rose and Lou and Paula that saved me, but it was the ghost that did the most. She threw the stone so we could get away.
That confirmation is incredibly important. It solidifies Daisy's heroic actions undeniably, provides clear, unbiased proof of her crucial intervention, highlights how the unseen can be just as, if not more, impactful, gives full weight to Daisy's role.
Validates her contribution completely.
You feel the warmth, the relief of this safe haven after the intensity. A moment of calm showcases the practical, everyday magic that makes this world enchanting, offers crucial peace before the next vital phase, figuring out the why.
Right, because the what is horrific, but the why turns out to be even more chilling. The next morning, armed with Elena's safety, her identity confirmed, and needing answers, Rose, Elena, Lou, and Paula head to confront Burgomaster Valen at Town Hall.
And not by carriage. They use a portal muffin.
One of Wildwood's truly delightful conveniences. A bite of enchanted pastry creates an instant gateway. Perfect for high-stakes, time-sensitive confrontations like this. Ensures they arrive ready.
Imagine the scene. Valen, riddled with worry, suddenly reunited with his lost daughter.
His reaction is overwhelmingly emotional, as you expect. Clutches Elena, hugging her so tight, tears of joy and relief. This raw human emotion grounds the magical adventure in universal parental fear and relief.
A powerful reminder of the fundamental stakes. But the joyous reunion quickly gives way to a shocking revelation, one that unravels the entire conspiracy, completely transforms their understanding.
And this, without a doubt, is the major aha moment of the whole deep dive. The piece that makes everything click into terrifying place. Rosa discovered the town guard was disbanded, right? Assumed it was short-sighted penny-pinching or bureaucratic incompetence.
The logical assumptions, given what little they knew.
But Valen, now able to speak freely with Elena safe, reveals the chilling, strategic truth. I received a ransom note demanding a large sum of money, but more importantly, the additional demand, I disband the guard. As a cost-saving measure, I had no choice but to comply.
Wow. Just wow. That is a masterful narrative twist, elevates the whole plot. What looked like a simple kidnapping for ransom or foolish admin was actually a calculated, sophisticated strategic move to weaken the town's defenses.
They weren't just after money, they were after Wildwood's security infrastructure.
Exactly. This revelation connects everything. Disbanding the guard, Pinewood Academy's extreme secrecy, Elena's kidnapping. It all snaps into a much grander, terrifying puzzle. It wasn't incompetence by the burgomaster. It was a forced, desperate decision under immense pressure to save his daughter.
Completely reframes the narrative. Raises the stakes significantly. Hints at a much larger, more insidious criminal enterprise. One that understood how to weaponize bureaucracy itself.
And that's the truly chilling part, isn't it? How they weaponized bureaucracy, used Valen's love for his daughter to compromise the whole town's security, transforms the kidnappers from mere thugs into master manipulators, suggests a much deeper threat.
The sudden, satisfying unraveling of such a complex plot is incredibly rewarding. Realizing what seems like incompetence was actually a desperate act. It makes you rethink everything.
A powerful moment of understanding. The forces at play are much bigger than they first appeared.
So with Valen's shocking confession about the ransom note and the demand to disband the guard, Rose, the bibliomancer, instantly shifts gears, becomes this brilliant detective, synthesizing all the facts into a coherent, horrifying conspiracy.
It's a testament to her intelligence extending far beyond books. She quickly puts the pieces together, points out the at least 12 cells out there, Burgomaster. That immediately tells her the true larger scope.
Right, not just for Elena.
Her deduction is sharp, precise. I think their plan was to kidnap Elena, get you to shut down the guard, then kidnap 11 more children of wealthy families, and then ransom them back. It reveals Elena's kidnapping was just step one. A calculated, brutal first move to eliminate defenses for a much larger, more lucrative operation.
A terrifyingly well-thought-out scheme. Her deduction is chillingly clear, lays bare the full, sinister blueprint, and then she makes that bold, confident assertion Pinewood Academy is somehow involved.
Not just a hunch, a logical conclusion based on their stonewalling, the extreme secrecy. Her ability to connect the dots, articulate the larger scheme, showcases her intelligence, her understanding of human, even criminal human nature, far beyond just her magic. She's a formidable strategist.
Absolutely. And what's equally vital and really admirable is how Rose explicitly recognizes Dogberry and Daisy's roles. She doesn't take all the credit.
No, she deliberately tells the Burgomaster it was Dogberry who provided that crucial insight, farmer's smell of horse manure, which redirected the entire search. Game-changing.
And Daisy, of course. Credited not just for overhearing the plot, but for her brave, decisive stone-throwing during the escape. Rose ensures these unlikely heroes get the credit they deserve.
Powerfully emphasizing that critical info and heroic actions can come from the most unexpected sources. Speaks volumes about Rose's character, her leadership.
You feel that satisfaction, seeing the hero piece it all together, leads to this complete, chilling understanding of the plot, a testament to observation, critical thinking, and valuing every contribution, no matter how small or unexpected. Rose isn't just a magic user. She's a leader who values her diverse team.
Well said, a true leader.
So the very next day, Burgomaster Valen himself comes to the bookstore, brings swift, satisfying resolution and some well-deserved rewards for our heroes and allies. A welcome sense of closure.
The rapid resolution brings this powerful sense of justice served, confirms Rose's deductions, the team's actions. Valen reports the guard rounded up everyone on the farm, and crucially, this includes Matthew Russell. Not just owner of the farm where Elena was held, but also, shockingly, the owner of Pinewood Academy. This directly confirms Rose's deduction, solidifies the Academy's deep, insidious involvement, exposes the mastermind. The primary threat is neutralized.
Wow. Connects it all perfectly. And Dogberry.
Dogberry, the earnest gate guard whose simple observation was the turning point, gets a well-deserved promotion, directly based on Rose's impassioned testimony.
That's great.
A small but incredibly significant act of recognition highlights how even seemingly minor contributions have profound impact with the right team. Dogberry's quiet, heartfelt thanks to Rose is a truly heartwarming moment, signals a new chapter for him.
Love that. And beyond the arrests and recognition.
We see some delightful community building and personal growth. Elena Safe now can't stop talking about her promised trip to Wonderland, a magical journey Rose offered.
To meet the Mad Hatter.
Exactly. This innocent desire for magic hints at the intertwined nature of magic and life in Wildwood, offers hope, joy after trauma, focuses on healing, wonder.
That's lovely.
Furthermore, the Burgomaster's wife expresses genuine interest in joining Rose's book club, a symbol of new connections, community strength, breaking down social barriers. These personal touches underscore that heroism doesn't just solve problems. It builds bridges, fosters deeper relationships, cultivates a more connected community, a ripple effect.
The conclusion offers real closure and hope. Shows heroism doesn't just fix problems. It builds connections, creates new opportunities for the whole community. Even after the storm, new friendships, growth, adventures can blossom.
Enriching everyone in Wildwood.
So, as this intense deep dive into weeks 26 and 27 concludes, we see these positive ripple effects spreading through Wildwood, transforming lives, strengthening the community fabric in really meaningful ways, not just afterthoughts, but significant continuations.
This section provides a warm, incredibly satisfying wrap-up to the kidnapping plot, while emphasizing those broader, ongoing themes. Building community, fostering personal growth, the delightful mix of magic and everyday life.
And we see concrete examples. Dogberry, inspired by Rose's recognition and his own role. makes the momentous decision to learn to read.
Huge. For a gate guard whose world was defined by gates and oral tradition, this opens up a whole new universe. Knowledge, perspective. It's a beautiful testament to Rose's subtle but profound impact as a role model, a mentor, extending beyond direct magic.
And Alina, after her terror, has something truly magical to look forward to. Rose reaffirms her promise into the book and introduce you to the Mad Hatter.
Not just a casual offer, a magical journey into her favorite book, Alice in Wonderland, offering wonder, escape, joy to a child needing healing, showcases that whimsical intertwining of magic and life. Books as literal portals, tools for emotional recovery, solidifies Rose's role as a compassionate mentor, too.
And then there's the book club expansion. The burgomaster's wife wants to join, drawn in by the events, the courage, the community she witnessed.
Signifies growing connections, bridging social gaps, cements Rose's role as a central figure in the town's social intellectual life. And their next book choice, The Fellowship of the Ring. Incredibly fitting.
Yeah, perfect.
Journeys, fellowship, fighting darkness, unlikely alliances, themes that resonate deeply with what they just experienced, what Wildwood faces. These details reinforce that even after a major crisis, the smaller, human-level transformations, new friendships, cultivating curiosity, they're just as important for a truly vibrant, evolving community.
You really feel the warmth of these burgeoning connections, the transformations across Wildwood. A profound reminder that after solving the crisis, the smaller human changes in friendships are just as vital. Paints a picture of a truly vibrant, dynamic, resilient community.
Resilient indeed. Hashtag outro.
So what did we learn from this exhilarating deep dive into weeks 26 and 27?
Yeah.
We saw that even in a world brimming with magic, well, bureaucracy can be a frustrating, even dangerous villain. That common sense, sometimes from the most unexpected sources, can be absolute genius. And that a small, determined group, especially a quick-witted bibliomancer, an agile shapeshifter, an observant ghost, and a professional spy, can unravel a grand, terrifying conspiracy.
This deep dive beautifully illustrates the layered nature of truth and the profound power of unlikely alliances. It's about looking beyond the obvious, trusting unexpected sources, recognizing that true strength lies not just in power, but in the collective spirit and unique talents of a diverse community.
Yeah.
From a sarcastic grandmaster's, let's say, self-serving but ultimately helpful change of heart, to a humble gate guard's simple, pivotal observation. Every piece, every character played a truly crucial role in bringing justice and safety back to Wildwood.
This story makes you truly wonder, doesn't it? How many layers of truth exist in our own world just beneath the polished surface of what seems obvious?
Right.
And what seemingly insignificant observations, like the subtle smell of horse manure or a hidden ring pull in a barn floor, might actually hold the key to a much larger, more complex puzzle we often overlook.
It's a powerful reminder to keep your eyes and your mind open, because sometimes the greatest heroes are the ones who dare to look where no one else thinks to. And the most impactful discoveries come from the most unexpected places.
It urges us all to question the obvious and to value every unique perspective around us.